Hey, how you doing today? Um, you already know, you know the drill. You know how it be. Somebody got to step up. In every generation, people must learn the fact that Europeans have came over here to America, invaded the land of the sovereign, invaded the lands of my parents, my grandparents, great grandparents, and so on, ancestors, as you want to call it, where we maintain our presence, right, in all continents. That's the first thing. And the fact that they have been lied to and they don't want to acknowledge, they into denial, denial, never telling the truth about their history. They themselves, cannibalism, eating uh, through history in the hills of West Virginia. You can Google it and find out that in the wintertime they have eaten each other for survival. As far as slavery, the details of their conduct and their animalistic nature and the things that the torture that they have done is never truly explained. When just the fact that they coming out of the mountains, which is called Caucasus Mountains, which Caucasus means deteriorating, not crocus, but Caucasus. Caucasus means deteriorating, and Caucasian is Caucasus, Asian. The word Asian or Asia was the planet was called Asia, North Asia, South Asia, East Asia, West Asia. And then before that it was called Ru. They say Ru Asia, and they got Russia. Then Chinese, because of the Great Wall of China, built a wall with no one. So, and then other people tried to hide the fact they had the Germany wall, Berlin, the East and the West, and that had a lot to do with the politics of what policy would control their tribal people. The name of their tribe is called the 12 Tribes of Canaan. And from that 12 tribes of Canaan, Girgashites, Hivites, Sinites, we are living in what they call the Canaan text. If you Google Canon text, you'll see that the writings of Canon text was taken from what they call Hammurabi. They also have from the Greeks, which was also melanated people. They also had what they would call writings from the Kabbalah. Kabbalah was the teachings of when they invaded Jerusalem, which was the Christian invaders of the Knights of Templar, as it's called. So the Knights of Templars, their days, as they called it today, Knights of Templar or Knights of Columbus or the KKK, which is a private uh, party that was founded by the same people in government, just as Hitler and Nazis was founded by this country and other people around the world of their tribe. When we talk about a World War I, World War II, and even possibly World War III, we're talking about world. We're talking about WARLD. We're talking about war. WOR and LD is leading to war, which is their animalistic nature of not being in peace. If you notice that those who claim to be religious, when they greet each other, they would say, "Peace be upon you," or "May peace be with you," or what they call Salam Alaikum or Shalom. They say Shalom was peace. But in fact, Shalom is not peace. Shalom is Shalom. Is the sound of the vibration of the planet from the gravitational pull that the sun has on its children. It's the same thing as that the womb man will gravitate over to the sun or the highest one with the knowledge. Knowledge is now to be known as something that stops. That's why it says knowing the ledge or the known ledge of what has been, and is regurgitated and used as the rites or rituals or that which is right. Now, what people want to start to realize is that the knowing or the now and the continual now is knowing is only given to certain people, and those people are usually pushed to the side because of their not weak but meek. And meek, if you look at meek, you see that meek, Meek or Keem, is Keem or Kem, which is wise, is the wise, is the patience, is using the attributes of that which was given to us as we came to do what we need to do. The Elohim. I am the Elohim. I am more than who, what you see, and I have done more and forgot more than most of you will ever learn. But that's not the case. The case is that I'm here to teach those who are seekers of truth. Those who are seekers of truth are what we call sick. And the whole United States is policies. And the things that they're doing is wrong. I will prove to you that the health issues and the reason that you're working, and you're paying for insurance is because you have integrated into what we call a leper colony, a leprosy. These people have leprosy. When you don't have the melanation, lack of melanation, when they would perform operations and experiments to make the recessive genes dominant, right? This is what Hitler did. But if you look at Hitler, he didn't have blonde eyes, he didn't have blonde hair or blue eyes. So he was just an instigator, and they set him up because he was shell shocked and he was out of his mind. I mean, if you look at it, you will see. People say, "Oh, he was a great man because he took this and he got the people." No, people were being motivated by their own guilt. They were being motivated by those things that were not good for them because they did not know the truth. They were programmed. They had this thing called eugenics. 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 Eugenic. Then you have eugenics. Then you have genetics. Genetics is the new version of what they had called eugenics before. Prior to that, they called eugenics. And with that, there were experiments on how to put people in place as overseers. So they established a schooling system that was granted by those who established cities. In the schooling system, they would establish a lettering, vocabulary, a dictionary, and this is what we call programming the minds. So the school that you went to is a programming center, and the kindergarten is a kind of a garden as such as the garden of Eden that you were taught. First grade was the first stages to take away the truth of who you are and take out your creativity where you would be subservient under them. They gave you a programming, and each programming was called subject. you became subjected. Sub meaning under, like a submarine. The word sub means under. So within that, we're going to keep it moving. And because I know that you don't have the the time span